Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today I thought I would go over the pros and cons that I'm having with the Hobonichi setup that I have currently, what I feel needs to change, and how I'm going to use my Hobonichis moving forward the remainder of this year, and what I have purchased for next year. I will do a unboxing or a haul video later when my order comes in. I have placed an order, and I'm excited. I will talk to you a little bit about the ordering experience now, because I don't want to take away from the unboxing when it does come in. So I'm going to give you all the pros and cons and all of that stuff. So stick around with me, guys. The first thing I want to talk about, and I am going to put you facing down for just a minute, but this is my Han. It is a hardbound book, and this was new to my planner stack for 2024. 2025, I'm going to go over the pros real quick, and then I'm going to tell you the cons, and then I will tell you what I think. So, the pros for me when I purchased it was that it was a hardback bound book. I thought that was going to be perfect. So for me, that was a plus. Plus, it had such a pretty cover. I just really liked it. It was new. I wanted to try it out. I did like it that it was an A5 and it was a cousin setup. So it was what I was used to. So it's got your, everything that a cousin has. I'm not going to go into detail on these. I can do that in another video. But right now, we're just going to talk about the pros and cons and my experience this year ordering and what my new lineup is going to be. So it does have the A5 cousin setup. Loved those two things. What I have found out is the cons is that you can't order a cover. Like for my Avec, I have a Gilio cover. It fits in here, but there is no cover that will fit the Han. I'm going to come back up so you can see my face. So the cons are the cover. You can't have there's no covers. I think this year they had a pouch that I believe, I don't know. I didn't even look because, to be honest, I didn't feel this was the right planner for me. It's not holding up, and by that, it is bulky. I flipped you up too fast. Let me show you that. So, as you can see, we still have September, October, November, December, 4 more months. This book, it's not going to close. Even if I do it this way, guys, you can see how much it flips open. I had to buy a band to go on it. And if you look at this book, I'm going to show you this way. If you can see, it's already rounding out right here. And I'm really afraid that the pages are going to start coming undone. So let me put you back to my face. That was a big, big, big con for me because I don't think it's going to hold up if I continue using it throughout this year. Which leads to my third thing is I talked about this in my plan with me that'll be out for September 2nd through, I think it's the 9th, 8th or 9th. I don't know that I'm going to be able to stay in my Han and continuing planning through the end of the year, because it is getting to the point that is very difficult to plan in it for me. It does not lay flat, number one. And I found, and it should go on the con, is that when I lay this flat, there's such a difference in the front of the book and the back of the book. It does not lay flat, and I need to put something underneath the cover to raise it up to be the same level as the back of the book. That for me is just not comfortable to write on, and I don't like it. And the biggest thing for me is that it just does not seem to hold up for me. If you are not going to use a whole lot of stickers, and you just plan on planning in it, and you're not going to have a problem. Where the problem comes in is I like to use stickers, and I've even kind of cut back on the amount of stickers I was putting in my planner because I knew it was bulking it up. I like to put the stickers in. I like to put the vellum. I like to use my dashboards. So this planner is not going to make the cut next year. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that it's not. And you guys know I have been a Cousin Avec girl for a very long time. And I did not like the Cousin All-in-One book. So I don't know why I thought the Han was just going to be a miracle and work for me. It did not. So I can tell you, I love the concept of the Han. It does not work for me. It's not going to be in my lineup. The next thing that I did was first of all, let me back up to September last year. I bought the Han, I bought the Cousin Avec, and I bought a Weeks. My thought process was that I would use social media in my Avec. I would use the Han for my everyday planning, and I would use my Weeks as a travel planner or a health planner. I think I was going to do a health planner. I don't remember, but anyway, I was going to use my Weeks. That all changed because I like doing my social media in my Weeks. So that was what I decided to do with that. And here is my Weeks and my cover. This is the mode term cover in red. I think it's just listed as red in the firm leather. I have had a lot of people reach out. I've had this cover almost 2 years, and I at least once a month get a question about this cover. The difference between this cover and the mode term pebbled leather, this is just a little bit firmer. It's just like the name says. It feels like leather. It is leather. It's exactly the same way. The pebble grain is a little more pronounced, but it holds its structure better. It's not floppy like I don't even know. I didn't feel like the pebbled leather was floppy. It's a little bit looser than the firm, but the firm is not that it's uncomfortable. It just is a nice leather. I ordered another firm. It'll be here shortly. And then you'll know why and shortly too. But I bought this 2 years ago when I had the Weeks that on the side had the red flowers, and I thought that would be perfect in this planner cover, and I have loved it in here. Something else is going back in there, I'm just saying. And I went right on by, but anyway, I got stalled on that Moterm cover. But for my weeks, we'll go over that shortly. But then I decided to move my travel and my cousin Avec, which you guys know is two of the cousin. Let me open it up to where we can get there. So it's going to be 6 months in each book. So it goes January through June and then July through December. You get a separate book. It has everything in it, just like the full cousin setup. A5 is going to have your monthly, your weeklies, and your dailies. You get that, but it's broken down into 6 months. But you get all of that in each book. Okay. So I started using this, and what I found is I, number one, don't want to take this out, and I would set it up and then I wouldn't use it because when I'm traveling, I want something that I can easily reach into my bag and pull it out. And so what I ended up doing is setting some of these weeks up and not even using them. And it's all because I did not use it as a travel planner. I would just put everything in my Han. And that's probably another reason it bulked that up. So I am going to go back with an Avec for my everyday planning. And it'll go back into this cover. This will stay on my desk wherever I'm at. It's going to live there. And what I'm going to carry with me is going to be a week's. So let me tell you the pros is that it is a cousin A5 and I love that setup. I just do. And the other pro is that you get the 6 months in each book, so you can break it down. It doesn't get bulky. I don't care how many stickers I put in it. It does not get bulky. It'll get a little chunky. I'm not going to say it's not, but it doesn't get so bulky that I don't feel comfortable using it. And it fits in an A5 cover, and I don't have any problem with that. Cons. I'm just not using it for travel. That is the only con, and that's a con for me. It's not a con for the planner. So I will be making some changes. I will have the A5 cousin, and I will have it in an Avec, and that's going to be my just everyday planner, just like I do if I'm not traveling. It's going to sit at home on my desk. Now let's talk about the weeks. Guys, only 1 year have I not used since I switched over to Hobonichi in, I want to say 2016. Guys, I've been in a lot longer than I thought. It may have been 17 or 18. I don't remember. It may have, I don't remember, guys. The end of 17 or the beginning of 2018 is when I started on my journey with Hobonichi. And the first planner that I bought was the Weeks. And so the Weeks is my go-to. And I'm going to flip it down so you can see why. Okay. So in this planner, I need to flip it to a week that I have not used. Okay. I've got this set up because I'm doing some filming today. All of this will be filled in, but this is perfect for me to, let me go to a past week. Okay. So I can go in, I can put my video ideas, I can put my notes, I can do all of this. I can check when my videos are edited, filmed, and all of that. And then I can go in and I put in all of my videos on my monthly schedule. And then in the back, I can put notes. I have a dashboard, but it's more personal stuff. This planner, I can throw it in my purse. I can throw it in my crossbody bag that I have. I've got a bigger size crossbody bag because when I travel, I like to have a bigger one. And I just kind of keep everything in that now instead of using a big purse. And so I could throw this in there if I wanted. I don't usually take this one with me when I leave the house, but if I go to a coffee shop, it does go with me. It fits down into my laptop bag. It's perfect for that. So this for me, the pros are that it can be your EDC. If you are somebody that wants just something you can throw in your purse and go with you, this is perfect. It fits in a cover. You're going to hear that repeatedly. It works well for me for social media. I feel like there are a lot more uses for the weeks. I think you could use it for a fitness planner. I think you could use it as a travel planner. I feel like it could be used for so much more. I've seen people that set it up every week and use it as a to-do list. People do memory planning in it. There's so many people. I feel like the weeks is like the go-to for just about anything. I have only 1 year not used a weeks. One. And in that year, I was like, when this year is over, I will go back into a weeks. I immediately, within the first couple months, knew I really wanted a weeks. And I had ordered, I think it was a B6 Wonderland 222, which I had used that at work and I was using it at home. And it was a lovely planner. I love the Wonderland 222 and I loved it for my work. I didn't necessarily like it for my everyday planning or anything like that, but it is a nice planner. But I knew I needed to go back to a week's. So that's what I did this year for my planner. I went, well, this is my second year since I took a year off that I have had my social media in this planner. I will not change. This is perfect for me. I'm going to continue using it. The only con, guys, that I could come up with is that it's such a small footprint, and a second one is that it's horizontal. I prefer the horizontal for my social media, and I like the the small footprint for my social media. But those are the only two cons that I could throw out there for this planner. I love it. I love the weeks. I love the cousin avec. So, with that being said, I am not going to order a Han. I absolutely love the idea of the Han. Guys, my hair is just everywhere, but it's hot here. um, but I love the Han. The cover, having the florals and all of that, I really liked. It just didn't hold up for me, and it's not going to hold up if I order it next year. So, to fix all of my problems, I already have ordered a cousin avec for my everyday stay on my desk, not leave the house. It's going to have all of what I'm going to do and all of that kind of stuff in it. Then I ordered 2 weeks. I ordered a mega and I ordered a regular weeks. The regular weeks is going to be for my social media, and I have ordered a new cover because my other one is in North Carolina in storage at my sister-in-law's house. And I knew this one was going to go on my new mega weeks, and the mega weeks is going to be kind of a combination. It will be my travel planner and my planner so I can keep up with some stuff for my mom. So I have in this one, I have personal information in the back, and I don't feel that that is where I need to keep it. I feel like it needs to be more contained where I can have my hands on it and it not be at home if I need it. So I am going to take all the personal information out of here, and I am going to put it into my travel planner. My travel planner is going to be in Mega. And in that Mega, I will keep up with all of my travel information. When I leave, I can document what I do. So it makes it easier too for when I want to film a travel video with you guys to show you things that I've done and what I've gone out and seen and done. I can go back and look at the days and I know where my footage is. But it also is, my bucket list is in here of my travel things. And so that can move to my Mega. My personal information for me and from my mom can move to the Mega. And that gives me this to set up more pages when I put my dashboard in. And that's what I was lacking in my social media planner this year. I alluded to not finishing out the year in my Han, and that's probably going to happen starting October 1st. I will switch over to using my Avec for that to finish out October, November, and December, because this book is just not going to hold it's just not going to hold any more stickers, and I don't think it's going to hold up through the end of the year. So I have ordered 2 weeks, a regular week's, a Mega week, and a Avec, Cousin Avec A5. That is going to be my planners next year. However, I have really been looking at the sterling ink, and I did not want to commit to that planner as an N2, which is the same size as a week's. But what I kind of think I'm going to do is try the sterling ink N1 in a traveler's notebook cover, because it's supposed to be the same size as a traveler's notebook. And I think I am going to try that for some journaling, and I'm not going to get the planner. I'm just going to do an N1. I think it's just blank pages. I need to go over to sterling ink and try it. If I can only get it in a planner, then that's fine. That's what I will use. But I want to give it a shot and see how I like it. So I might have another planner in my lineup, but I'm hoping that I can use that for my travel journal. Guys, that was a lot. Now, the difficulties that I had this year ordering, I knew going in, I'm looking for my water bottle. I knew going in that I'd already made my list because I ordered Emma's planner too. I already had my list. I already knew what I was going to get, but I kind of had a niggling feeling in the back of my brain, you know, that little feather back here that's just tickling you that says this year is not going to be good for ordering. And I was correct. I don't know if this affected it or not, but this year we were sent out emails saying if you've got a Hobonichi account, you need to switch it to a Hobonichi ID. I did that back when it was first sent out, like July 1st or 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around that. And I just went ahead and set mine up. It didn't take long. I just went in and did it. But for some reason, I felt like not everybody, if you were new, you wouldn't have known it. to get an ID. And I just felt like that was going to be I didn't know that if it was going to cause as much of a problem as I feel like it did, or maybe that was not the problem to begin with. Hobonichi had kind of set up last year where you ordered certain things on the first, certain things on the second, certain things on the third. I ordered everything on the first day that it opened. I didn't go through the whole review this year, which I normally do. I didn't see anything that said you can only order stuff on the first, certain stuff on the second, certain stuff on the third. There were some things that were not going to be released till later in the year, but I just went on and ordered and hit a roadblock because for an hour I tried to check out and I couldn't. And it kept saying, server busy, server busy, server busy. I would back out and then I'd go back to hit it and my whole order would be out of my cart. I've not had it to do that before. I replaced my order in the cart 3 or 4 times, and for an hour I sat there patiently. I don't have patience, but I did. I sit there. I have been traveling all day. I'm talking 8.5, almost 9 hours of driving that I don't normally do. I was tired, but I sat there very patiently and submitted and submitted and resubmitted and could not get through the ordering process as far as the checkout. Things were selling out, and I was like, I've been here since 10 o'clock. I was on the East Coast, so it was 10 o'clock. And I couldn't check out. And then it said the site was closed for maintenance. And so at that point, I went to bed. I had been there an hour. It was like going on 11:30, quarter to 12. I started at 10. So I made up my mind. I'm just going to wait and get up Sunday morning and see if I can place my order. Guys, not a problem. Not a problem. I went in and it went through. And as soon as I hit check out, it took me to the thing that says, do you, and it showed me that I had a Hobonichi ID. I used it. Did I want to use everything connected to it, the address, all of that? I said, yes, I checked out, not a problem. I want to say this is the first time I've ever had this problem. I have never not been able to check out. There were a couple of times where, yeah, it took me a little, go in and hit checkout a couple of times before I got through to do that. But this year it just felt like it was a problem. I have heard other YouTubers say the same thing, that they had issues checking out. Normally I have not had those issues, and they other YouTubers have said, Sam Plans, I think is the name of her channel, or Plan with Sam, I'm not sure, but she even did a video that came out yesterday, and she said the same thing. That would have been Sunday the 1st. But I did see an issue there, and I don't know that the Hobonichi ID changeover was the cause of it. I have no idea. It could have been they just weren't expecting the amount of orders. I don't know, guys. But I do know in the past I have had difficulties getting through, as far as, a few minutes delay of getting through. I've never sat there for an hour and then get kicked out and it be closed for maintenance. So that was my biggest issue, but I did get my order through on Sunday. I got what I wanted. The only thing was I couldn't get the English version of the one that I wanted for the Mega. I just picked the Japanese. It's okay. I've used the Japanese version for years, until this year was the first year that I've used an English version. So, not a big deal. I don't know if this helped you or not, but when I will do an unboxing as soon as my Hobonichi order comes in. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I have ordered a new cover for my weeks. I'm going to be using my Gillio for my Avec. I have a subscription box in my mailbox that's on hold, waiting for all these orders to come in, as well as a new Hubman and Chubgirl journaling kit, um, subscription kit that I have ordered. I will set up this month my first Hubman and Chubgirl journaling kit, and I will show you what I'm going to do with that. And guys, I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it helpful. And if you do, leave me a smiley face down below. And until next time, guys, bye bye.